If we move over to look at the flow, yesterday I gave a very detailed explanation on what the heat map is. So I highly recommend you go back and watch that, as well as what's considered active versus passive, and also what's considered to be confirmed versus unconfirmed. Today, we saw most active puts, Tesla was $623 million. That's at the bottom left side of your screen. That is significantly lower than we saw yesterday. And something that's kind of odd here and kind of, I don't want to say worries me, but makes me think that Tesla's not just going to drop instantly down to 185, but that we might see a little bit of a bounce, potentially holding at least $202. There's a lot of people selling cash secured puts. A lot of people selling cash secured puts at $220 as well for the next 2 weeks. So there's a chance that we can bounce back up. But the one thing I'll say is that there's not a ton of selling pressure on the options market that's pushing this thing down. If tomorrow we see, a gap down and then we see a ton of big money coming in and getting a ton of puts, that's not a good sign. There's confirmed $126 million worth of puts that came through today, which confirmed is a decent bit, but it's still not anything I would say that's worth really being worried over or striking on my charts or putting in my notebook. Side note though, I will say that the big money guys who came through and actually did get puts today, the confirmed people, they killed it. We have this guy here, a 320% return, 272% return, 128%, 139%. So watching that flow come through at 11, 10, 15 in the morning was your perfect time to short. There's also, funny enough, we can talk about this as well because a lot of people within our streams have been asking me about the 15-minute open range breakout. But if you're somebody who's just looking for overall direction on the day for Tesla or whatever stock you're looking at, I recommend you use the 15-minute or the 30-minute open range breakout. Some charting softwares actually have this as an indicator, but what I normally do is I'll just draw it out. What we're going to do is if we're doing a 15-minute, we're going to take the high and the low of the first 15 minutes of the day, and we're going to draw out a horizontal line. So the top of that range is going to be $220.80. And the bottom of that range is going to be down here at about $216.56. Now, in most cases, we will either trade between the range using this as a support level and 220 as a resistance level, or if we're going to reverse, which you saw today, we will break under this level, use it as a resistance, and then we will usually find our overall trend for the day, which today was a massive move all the way down to 207.50.